Hello, and welcome to Next Level English. Let me ask you something. Have you ever learned a new English word, repeated it, used flashcards, and then, just 2 days later, you completely forgot it? It's frustrating, right? But it's not your fault. The real reason most learners forget words is simple. They memorize the wrong way. They try to force the word into their brain, like stuffing too much into a small suitcase. But your brain doesn't like that. It prefers something smarter, something natural, something that sticks. Today, I will tell you a story. And through this story, you will learn how to memorize English words smartly and never forget them again. Let's begin. The story begins. There was once a man named Leo. He was 35 years old, living in Brazil. Leo had one dream: to speak fluent English. He tried everything: apps, books, teachers. But his biggest problem was memory. He would learn a word like necessary or opportunity, and 2 days later, gone. Just like that. So one day, Leo said, I will try something new. I will learn how to think like a memory master. And that's when everything changed. Technique 1. Don't memorize experience. Leo stopped using boring word lists. Instead, he began living with the word. Let's take word window. Instead of repeating window, 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 he did something different. He walked to his real window, opened it and said, This is my window. Every morning, I open this window and feel the fresh air. He touched it, smelled the air, spoke aloud. Guess what? He never forgot the word window again. Why? Because he linked the word to real life. This is your first big lesson. Don't just read the word. Feel it, touch it. Use it. Make it part of your life. Technique 2. Use the word within 10 minutes. Another trick Leo learned was this. When you see a new word, use it within 10 minutes. Why? Because your brain is like wet cement. When you learn a new word, it's soft. You can shape it. But after a few hours, it becomes hard, and the word slips away. So Leo made a rule. Every new word must become a sentence immediately. If he saw the word confused, he would say, I was confused yesterday during the meeting. If he learned generous, he said, My sister is very generous. She always buys gifts. Simple, personal, effective. Technique 3. Create silly pictures. Words are boring, but pictures, your brain loves them. So Leo made funny, weird pictures in his head. Let's say he learned the word responsibility. That's hard, right? But Leo imagined a giant robot named Responsibility walking into his office shouting, It's your job now. It made him laugh. And laughter equals memory. Your brain remembers emotion, surprise, and fun, not seriousness. So don't be afraid to be silly. Technique 4. Use one word for one day. Leo discovered that less is more. Instead of learning 20 words a day, he focused on just one. For example, on Monday, he chose grateful. All day, he looked for ways to use it. I'm grateful for my lunch. I'm grateful for my friend. I'm grateful for this amazing weather. After 24 hours of using just one word, it became part of him. He didn't have to try to remember it. It was his. Technique 5. Talk to yourself. Yes, really. Leo started talking to himself in English. In a shower, on a walk, or while cooking, he would say, Today I learned the word curious. I'm curious about many things. For example, I'm curious why my cat sleeps all day. Talking to yourself sounds strange, but it works. You're not just repeating, you're thinking. And when you think in English, you grow in English. Technique 6. Review with emotion. Most people review like robots. Word, meaning, repeat. Word, meaning, repeat. But Leo added emotion to his review. He didn't say, happy equals feeling good. He said, I feel so happy when I eat pizza. Yes, it's my favorite. See the difference? When you review with energy, your brain wakes up. Emotion is memory fuel. In a previous part, we explored how memory works and why traditional methods often fail us. You discovered how your brain processes information and how to turn passive reading into active memory building. But now, it's time to go deeper. Because learning words is one thing, but making them part of your everyday thinking is a whole different game. Let's unlock the next level together. I'm glad you're still here, because today we're going even deeper. If you truly want to memorize new English words in a smart, effective, and lasting way, this is the episode you've been waiting for. So, let's get started. 1. Use it or lose it. Why repetition alone isn't enough. Let me tell you a little story. When I was a student, I learned the word elaborate. I saw it in a textbook. I looked it up. I repeated it 10 times. I wrote it down. But guess what? A week later, I had no idea what that word meant. Sound familiar? Here's the truth. Your brain doesn't remember words it doesn't use. Memorization isn't about how often you repeat a word. It's about how deeply your brain connects with that word. So what should you do instead? Use the word in a sentence about your own life. Let's try with a new word. Frustrated. Don't just say, I am frustrated. Say, I felt frustrated yesterday when my internet stopped working during my online class. The difference? One is generic. The other is personal. Your brain remembers personal things. Use the word in real-life examples. 2. The 3 sentences technique. Here's a method that works like magic. I call it the 3 sentences technique. Every time you learn a new word, write 3 personal sentences using that word. For example, if your new word is challenge, say, learning English is a challenge, but I enjoy it. My biggest challenge right now is speaking fluently. I love watching videos that challenge my thinking. Now your brain sees the word in 3 different ways. This creates a stronger memory link. It's simple, fast, and powerful. Try it now. Pause this podcast. Pick a word. Write 3 sentences. You'll see the magic happen. 3. Visualization. Make words alive in your mind. Words are not just letters. They are images. They are emotions. They are stories. Let's say you learn the word storm. Don't just remember the spelling. Close your eyes and imagine a storm. Hear the thunder. See the lightning. Feel the wind. Now say the word storm. Can you feel how much stronger the memory is? When you create a mental picture, your brain uses both the language center and the visual center. This makes the word stick. Do this with every word. Turn words into movies in your mind. 4. Use technology wisely. Don't let it use you. There are amazing apps that can help you. Anki, Quizlet, Memrise, even Instagram and TikTok. But here's the secret. Don't scroll aimlessly. Scroll with purpose. Follow English pages. Watch short videos. But after each video, do one thing. Write down one new word. Use it in one sentence. Say it out loud 3 times. That's it. Learning doesn't need to be complicated. It needs to be intentional. 5. Connect words to emotions. Memory lives in emotion. Let's say the word is regret. Think of a moment in your life when you felt regret. Now say the sentence, I regret not starting English earlier. Boom. That's a connection, and your brain will not forget it. Try this with your favorite emotional memories. Happiness, fear, love, anger, excitement. Attach new words to those feelings. You'll be amazed. 6. Teach someone else. The best way to learn is to teach. When you explain a word to someone, maybe a friend, maybe even just to your pet, you're repeating, reinforcing, and deepening your memory. Take 3 new words each day and say them to someone else. Explain them. Use them. Make a story with them. Even if you talk to yourself, say it out loud. Teaching turns passive learning into active knowledge. 7. Shadowing practice. Speak like a native. Shadowing is when you listen and repeat at the same time. Find a native speaker video, a podcast, a YouTube clip. Listen, pause, repeat after the speaker. Copy their tone, copy their speed, copy their rhythm. Why does this help with vocabulary? Because you're hearing words in real sentences, in real context, and with real emotion. You're not just learning words. You're learning how to live them. 8. Word web. Build a network in your mind. Let's say you learn the word happy. Now connect it to joyful, excited, pleased, smiling celebration. This is a word web. Your brain learns faster when words are part of a system. Group similar words, make diagrams, draw them out, talk them out. Make your brain a web of words, not a list of random ones. 9. Focus on quality, not quantity. Too many learners chase numbers. I want to learn 50 new words a day. But here's the problem. They forget 48 of them tomorrow. Instead, aim for this. Learn 5 words, but know them deeply. That means you can spell them. You can pronounce them. You can use them in 3 real sentences. You can explain them to someone else. You can remember them a week later. That's true learning. That's smart memorization. The 24-hour rule: every time you learn a new word, do this. Review it after 10 minutes. Review it again after 24 hours. Review it after 7 days. Review it after 30 days. This technique is called spaced repetition. It tells your brain, hey, this word is important. Keep it. You don't need to memorize forever. Just review at the right time. 12th review with fun. Use games and challenges. Turn learning into play. Challenge yourself. How many new words can you use in a 1-minute speech? Can you write a short poem with your new vocabulary? Can you make a 30-second video using today's 3 words? Fun makes the brain open to learning. Boredom closes it. 13. Keep a word journal. Every day, write 3 new words, 3 personal sentences, 1 mini story, 1 emotional connection. Review this journal weekly. Watch how your vocabulary grows. This is your personal English power book. 14. Trust the process. Don't give up. You might feel slow. You might forget. You might get frustrated. That's okay. Smart learning is not fast. It's consistent. Repeat smart habits. Review often. Stay curious. And always remember, your brain is learning, even when you don't feel it. Final words for part 2. You've just learned 14 powerful techniques, but here's the truth. The secret is not knowing them. The secret is using them. So tonight, pick 3 techniques. Try them. Tomorrow, try 3 more. Next week, review all 14. And in the final part of this series, we'll talk about how to turn vocabulary into fluent speaking, how to stop translating in your head, and how to finally think in English. So don't miss it. Thanks for listening. You're not just studying English. You're becoming someone new. You've learned powerful techniques, explored practical habits, and followed the story of Jack. Now it's time to go deeper into real transformation. This is where everything changes. Jack sat at his desk, looking at the flashcards he had built over the last month. Each card had a word, a picture, a sentence, and sometimes even a memory. But something still felt incomplete. He wanted to not only remember the words, he wanted to use them like a native. So he started asking himself a question every time he learned a new word. How can I make this word part of my story? 1. Build your personal dictionary. Jack began to write what he called his life dictionary, a simple notebook filled with new English words that described his world. Not apple, a fruit, but apple, my favorite snack when I walk in the park. Cloudy, how I feel when I miss home. Every word became emotional. Every phrase became personal. And this made learning unforgettable. Try this. For every word you learn, connect it to your daily life. Make it yours. Give it a feeling. You will never forget it. 2. Use the 3-layer technique. Jack discovered that one of the best ways to remember and actually use words was something he called the 3-layer technique. Layer 1, recognition. Understand the word when you see or hear it. Example, I saw encourage in a YouTube video. Layer 2, reproduction. Use the word in writing or speaking. Example, I encouraged my friend to try something new. Layer 3, reaction. React to the word in a real situation. Example, someone said, I appreciate you, and I understood deeply what they meant. Each new word goes through these 3 stages. If it doesn't, it's just a word you know, not a word you own. 3. Turn boring words into experiences. Let's be honest, some words are boring, or they seem boring. Jack hated the word invoice. It was dull, technical, and uninteresting. But then one day, his father received a strange letter and laughed, saying, "Ah, another invoice from the past." It became a funny memory. From that moment on, Jack never forgot what invoice meant. So ask yourself, can I make this word funny, scary, sweet, or weird? Because emotion equals memory. 4. Masterwords with movement. Jack joined a drama club in English, not because he loved acting, but because he learned that when you use your body, your brain remembers better. He learned new verbs by acting them out. Run, jump, whisper, freeze. Try this. Even if you're alone, Stand up and move when learning verbs or action words. Make it physical. Your brain will thank you. 5. The power of repetition. Without boredom, repetition is key, yes, but repetition with purpose is power. Jack created what he called the word loops. Every day he reviewed 5 words from yesterday, 3 words from last week, 1 word from a month ago. He built a loop that never stopped, but he did it differently each time. One day he used drawing. Another day he used speaking. Then writing a small story. So it never got boring, and the words got stronger. 6th turn, mistakes into muscles. Jack made mistakes. He said kitchen when he meant chicken. He once said, "I'm boring," instead of "I'm bored." But he smiled every time because he had learned this truth. A mistake is a teacher wearing funny clothes. Every time he messed up, he remembered better. So from now on, if you make a mistake, celebrate it. That's your brain growing. 7. Sleep and review. The final secret. Do you want to know the best time to review new words? Before you sleep. Jack didn't know why at first, but when he reviewed his flashcards right before bed, he remembered more the next day. It turns out that the brain organizes and saves memories while you sleep. So here's your final technique. Learn during the day. Review right before sleep. Wake up stronger. This is how your words will stay forever. Jack's final challenge. Use it or lose it. One evening, Jack walked into a cafe and saw a group of tourists speaking English. He felt nervous, but he remembered everything he had learned. He walked up and said, "Hey, do you mind if I join you?" "I'm learning English." They welcomed him, and for the next hour, Jack used more words than ever before. He forgot some, he laughed, he learned, and when he walked out, he whispered to himself, "I don't just learn English anymore. I live it." And now, your story begins. If you've made it to this point, you're not just a listener, you are now a doer. You know how to choose words that matter, connect them to your life, repeat them smartly, use emotion, movement, and memory, grow through mistakes, sleep on your learning, and live the language every day. Now, write your own life dictionary. Speak out. Make English part of who you are, because in the end, the smartest way to memorize new words is to make them part of your story. Thanks for listening to Next Level English. If you found this helpful, subscribe and keep learning with us. Your journey is just beginning.